Hello, Tim from Fairplay now on the 11th of April 2025. So I thought I'd just check in really, just in case you were thinking I've disappeared down a black hole or something, because I haven't really been doing many videos lately. To be honest with you, I've just been getting on with my life. I've been quite busy with work, quite busy with other bits and pieces I've got going on. And I'm looking into a few things as well for the future. So with all of these things, I've been really busy and haven't really been doing very much in the way of freedom stuff at all. But the last lot of videos I put on was all of those that I shot at the Farmers Symposium down in Cheltenham there. I think the last time I chatted here, I hadn't quite completed them all, but they're all up, ready to view. And what I think I'll do is I'll put all the links in the description box below, so you've got all 6 of them, I think there were, videos all in one place. So do check out the description box below. And I have actually got another event coming up to film in a couple of weeks. It's the last Sunday in April. So I can't remember what the date is, but last Sunday in April. I'm sure you can find it from there. And I'll be talking more about it, but it's going to be in Exeter. So if you're down that way, or you can get down that way, it's going to be an all-day event. And this time it's all about council tax. So there's a lot of people who think that we shouldn't be paying council tax. I'm not really going to go into the rights and wrongs of that at the moment. Well, not as far as my perspective is concerned. You might be thinking, well, you know, I can't not be paying my council tax. You know, I'm a law-abiding person. I've always paid all of my taxes, council tax, even though they're unjust perhaps. They're certainly way too high over what they should be, in my view. But you might be thinking, you know, I've always paid my taxes, I've always been law-abiding, and you know, I can't really not be paying my council tax. Well, there's plenty of people who think that if you are a law-abiding person, then you shouldn't be paying your council tax. The reason being is because a lot of what you pay into your council tax actually goes to fund less than ethical things, foreign wars and all kinds of things that the money shouldn't be going on. You automatically think, well, you know, your council tax is going on local things, local amenities, filling potholes and roads, schooling, police, etc. All, you know, what you might deem to be sort of all good stuff. But unfortunately, some of it at least goes to funding all of these dodgy things. And it could be argued that some of the funding is on things that are actually illegal. And there is a law, can't remember what it is, that actually says that it is illegal to fund illegal activities. So there is an argument put forward by quite a lot of very learned, knowledgeable people that by paying your council tax, you are funding illegal things, and therefore you are committing an illegal act. So by not paying your council tax in the right way, I'll come on to in a minute, you can't just not pay it, but by not paying it in the right way, you are actually being a law-abiding person. So it is quite a fascinating subject. I don't know very much about it. Very much looking forward to going down there and seeing what it's all about. But one of the main speakers, or the main speaker down there, is a guy called Chris Coverdale. I'm sure many viewers know who he is and have heard of him. I think he's one of the 4 runners of this whole sort of council tax thing, and his strategies, I've seen a little bit of him, not recently, but his strategies make a lot of sense. He goes fully into all of this sort of government dodginess and why you shouldn't be helping them and funding them for their illegal activities. And if I think it's him, I think what he says you should do is not pay your council tax, but the way you should do it is you actually pay your money that would otherwise go on your taxes and your council tax into something called an escrow account, which is you pay money into a third party kind of account, and then as long as the person receiving the money fulfills certain conditions, they then get the money. And if they don't fulfill the conditions, they don't get the money from the escrow company, who would eventually in that instance return it to you. But by paying it to an escrow company, you are actually showing intent to pay. And what you do is you say, I will pay these taxes as long as the government and the local government agree not to fund these legal activities. That is my conditions, and if you can fulfill those conditions, then the money is yours. So you're showing the intent there, you see, to pay. But we all know that things probably won't change. These illegal activities will probably continue, and therefore the government and the local governments won't fulfill their obligations into this sort of contract that you're making via the escrow company. And what you then do is you put a time limit on it. You say, well, I'll give you a year, I'll give you 18 months, I'll give you 2 years, whatever it is. And if you can fulfill those conditions inside of, let's say, 18 months, then the money's yours. I've got no problem with that. I'm happy to pay my council tax and my taxes as long as it's been spent in the right way. I'm not happy with paying it if it's funding criminal activities. So get your house in order and then the money's yours. I'm happy with that. But if they don't do that inside of 18 months, you then get your money back. And we all know that you are going to get your money back, don't we? Because they're not going to fulfill their obligations. So it is a fascinating subject. I'll see if I can get the details and put them in the description box below as to where the venue is, the times, and everything. But as I say, it's the last Sunday in April, so if you're at all interested in this subject and you can get to Exeter, put it in your diary. And I think I'll leave it there. I've got to get on with a job up the road here, so I want to get in there and do that. And sorry it's been so long. I've just been so busy, and I'm not kind of quite so into freedom movement stuff at the moment, but I'll try not to leave it so long next time. And until then, Tim from Fair Play Now, thanks for watching.